line. Hey, the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Oh, it's racing.
Good evening, you're watching the VBR Racing Network, presented in part by W Energy. Code VBR24 at checkout, 10% off your order. Good evening, everyone. I'm Michael Bollinger. Joining me in the booth tonight is good friend and colleague Casey Sprinkle. Casey, you got a copy?
Yes, I do. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream.
Here's a look at your racing info. Talladega Super Speedway tonight, 72 degrees Celsius, 15% humidity, clear 1 mile per hour wind, track length 2.66 miles, and a track temperature of well over 100 degrees. Casey, what's your thoughts on this so far as we get ready, as qualifying still wrapping up here? Going your final thoughts here before we head down to the national anthem.
Nothing much other than I wish we could have had a little bit more drivers, but just because we don't have that many drivers doesn't mean it ain't gonna be a good race. 15 drivers is pretty good, so hoping it's gonna be a good race. I think it is. Pretty hot track also.
Indeed there, Casey. Go ahead and give it some commentary and I'll be right back.
Alright. What up? Alright. Like I was saying, pretty hot track, so not gonna have that much grip. I was about to say you gotta run 5th gear in qualifying here, but we are not in the next gen. We're in the trucks, as you can see. Oh, and one more joining right there, Kyle Wynn, joining in the 82 truck. Let's see who's on pole here. Kenneth McCullough Jr. sitting on pole right now, but not everyone is qualified yet. Mark Rondell sitting in 2nd, Jonathan Hobart, Terry Wilson. Qualifying will probably change, though. We still got about 5 minutes left in qualifying, and then we go down to the 30-lap race. Pretty short race. Going to be a sprint to the finish. Probably a few cautions. I hope it's not going to be a full caution finish. Let's see. Got one fast repair. Just looking at some of the info here. 60% fuel. I don't know how much. Probably around 20 laps of fuel, I would think. You getting? Not a lot of winds. We've only got 1 mile per hour winds. Just what I'm looking at right now. Unlimited tire sets, so they can change as many as they want. No one else is qualified yet. We're sitting well over halfway through qualifying, so maybe someone else will get up there on top of the board. But looks like now we only got 4 drivers that have qualified. See if anybody else is on the track right now. Like Steve Sizemore wrapping up his laps. Maybe we'll see his time up there in a few. Matthew T. Lee out there. So is David Flanagan. Lennon Velick, fixing to start his lap. Only about 4 trucks now. Now Danny Barnes getting out on the track. Got a couple trucks out here qualifying. Let's see if any of them can beat Kenneth's time.
Indeed there, Casey. Sorry guys, I'm back. I'm gonna have to go to a quick dump screen for just one moment. So I forgot to mute one thing. Guys, we're back. I had to mute one thing real fast here on iRacing. Anyway, we're back. Talladega, 2.66 miles track length tonight. Where? Casey, it's not if, but what?
Win. It's not if, but win.
Exactly. It's not if, but when. As Kenneth McCullough Jr., your new pole setter. Now, Casey, how long do we got left in? With only 3 minutes left in qualifying here, Casey, what do you say we send it down to tonight's national anthem?
Let's do it.
Presented by W Energy. Here is your national anthem. So, race fans, at the time, ask me, please, as I will move ahead, says we on America with the performance of our national anthem. Welcome back here live to Talladega. Qualifying finishing up here in about 1 minute. We'll have qualifying finish up here. So Casey, what's your thoughts here before we lock them down, grid them up, and send them down to the green?
Nothing much other than the fact that Kenneth McCullough had a really fast time. He set that early on, and no one else has been able to beat it. Obviously, a lot of other people have qualified.
Yes, you did. Looks like Kenneth McCullough, Matthew Lee, Zayden Velicky, Mark Von Dell, and Steve Sizemore are your top 5 qualifiers. Actually, no. Kyler Wynn, your new pole setter, slams the door on Kenneth McCullough. Oh, big trouble for the 82, Sammy. Big trouble for Sammy.
Oh, he did flip.
Is that even Sammy or no?
Kyler Wynn in the 82, not Sammy.
That's going to throw us off because that's the same paint Sammy wants too, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think the only way we'll know is because the banner, because I know, me and I both know that Sammy doesn't have the Road to Pro banner like Kyler Wynn does.
My trade paints must not be working because I don't see his paint scheme.
Well, Casey, what do you say we send it on to your starting grid, presented in part by W Energy.
Let's do it.
On the pole in row number 1 will be the 82 of Kyler Wynn, and to his outside will be the 03 of Kenny McCullough Jr.
Going back for the Christian Martinez starting 3rd, then Matthew T. Lee to his outside in the 04.
Row number 3 will be made up of Lennon Velicky in the 62 and Mark Von Dell in the 59.
Going back a little bit further, they got Steve Sizemore sitting in 7th and the number 5, and then 23 of David Flanagan to his outside.
Well, number 5 will be Danny Barnes in the 7 and Jonathan Herbert in the 87.
Going back into row number 6, Terry Wilson starting in 11th in the number 3 truck, then Dylan Basin, the first driver who has not qualified, starting 12th.
Finish out your field in row number 7 will be the 92 of John Ward, the 33 of Matthew Clay, and in row number 8, rounding that field will be the number 4 of William Scott Jr. And that's your starting grid, presented in part by Gubby Energy. Code BBR24, check out 10% off your order. I'm ready, Casey. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, I'm been ready.
Okay, see, it's been brought to my attention that you're coming to us live via remote as you just finished up a race. Am I true on that one?
Yep, I just finished up one of my league races. A lot different than this, though. It was actually Dope Mini Stocks, as they are choosing how much the payout is. Looks like most people are choosing top 5.
Is it going to be a top
Too
5
much.
payout, Casey?
I don't know. I'm trying to listen into Kenny right now. Let's see. 3 people have voted top 5. 2 people have voted top 4.
Sounds like a top 5 payout, guys, as they are rolling. As the engines have fired and they are rolling. I love that smell of that Sunoco racing fuel. What about you, Sam? What about you, Casey?
But too, I also love the smell of them Goodyear tires. Gonna have a little bit of rubber on my face after this. Oh wait, we're in the booth. We got glass right in front of us. But yeah.
Truly, but that smell when those engines fire, after a few seconds after they fire, that smell, that Sunoco racing fuel, is a good smell. And after a wreck, the smell of those burning Goodyear rubber, the smell of those rubbers are awesome. Like I personally say, because I've had wrecks happen in front of me, I've smelled the Goodyear racing fuel, and I've also had the smell of the burning rubber after the burnout. What a smell that is. Final thoughts,
Oh, yeah,
Casey,
definitely.
as we're coming down the Talladega Superstretch, as Kurt, the pace car driver, is bringing them down to the green.
Down the Alabama backstretch.
Talladega
Okay.
Superstretch. They call it it's actually called the Alabama Gang Superstretch.
Yeah, there it is. I get it. I would get it. I would have
Now, I
gotten it. I
believe
just
the
needed to
Alabama Gang
read it.
was Red Farmer, Bobby Allison, and Danny Allison. Am I correct on that one?
Yes, you are.
The good old Alabama Gang. As once again, it is when McCullough, Martinez, Lee, Velke, your top 5 ads, Kurt, brings them out at 3 and 4. Fans, get on your feet. Make some noise. Stomp your feet. I want to hear you up here in the booth. The fans want to hear you. The fans that are watching at home, they want to hear you. As Kurt gets ready to pull down the pit lane, and it'll be a long sprint to the start-finish line here at Talladega. As Kurt down the pit lane. The fans are screaming, "Let's go!" Racing as we are headed down to the Talladega Geico Research Zone, and say it with me, KC. Boogity, boogity,
Boogity,
boogity!
boogity, boogity.
Let's go racing at Talladega BBR in style! Great flag in the air, we're underway here at Talladega. Win up front early. You know the one name I'm noticing that we don't have here tonight?
Who?
Josh McCullough.
Oh yeah, you are right. Kenneth McCullough's son loves the trucks. Maybe he
And
just couldn't get
co-owner of
the
McCullough
race yet.
Motorsports too.
They got McCullough Motorsports has got one truck out there. I think Mark Rondell might be on the team. Maybe even someone else that I ain't even for
I
sure.
think I got a couple
Why-
trucks out there. Actually, I think I got a couple trucks out there too. Nope, I'm wrong. I'm up in the booth, so that's why I don't got any trucks out there, Casey. And you have in the booth with me.
Yeah. Another person who has a lot of teammates here is Hyper Motorsports, another team. Hyper Motorsports, they got looks like Steve Sizemore, then Jonathan Herbert, Danny Barnes, and then John Ward back here trying to be in the back, be a little bit playing it safe right now. I would agree. I would be doing the same thing right now.
As a boss man myself, that's what I want my drivers to do too. Play it safe. And if we don't win, that's fine. At least my truck stay in one piece at the end of this. If I'm not mistaken, no faster pairs either. 30 laps, right?
One faster pair actually.
Is that
There's
something
one
new?
faster pair.
That's something new they
No.
started doing?
Dega Pros is the one that does no faster pair. So does Ryan Morris and PGR, but McCullough is different. He actually runs usually one faster pair. I do believe.
As we are seeing, 60% fuel cell, 30 laps, one faster pair. Looks like though we have to make one stop. When do you think that stop's gonna be?
Around lap, I would think, like I said before, lap 20 to probably 25. I don't know. I'm not for sure what the laps are, but it's probably between around 18 to 25 laps, I would assume. So probably around there. If we don't get a yellow, if we get a yellow, then we'll probably pit under the yellow.
Yeah, but for that to work, though, they want to have a yellow at least 5 to 6 laps in.
Because then they will be able to make it to the
as
end.
Hyper's single file in the back, it looks like.
Whoa, Kylo Wynn goes up top with Matt Lee to help him. Now Christian Martinez is going to push the 03 of Kenneth McCullough Jr.
Now, Casey, what's the one thing you don't want to do for a long time here at Talladega?
Hold up.
You don't want to what, Casey? The answer is you don't want to push.
I'm sorry, Michael. I was having some technical issues. My screen went black for a second, and I could not hear you. Carry on.
What's the answer to this question, Casey? What do you not want to do for so long, and what's the reason?
Push. I'm assuming is what you mean, because you will get hot and you will blow your engine. If I am wrong, please correct me.
Actually, no, Casey, you are correct. That's why you'll see some of these guys bobbing and weaving down the not also just trying to side drift, but also trying to get air to that radiator too. Or now they can still stay in the draft and get air to that radiator, because if you're that second car in the line and you blow that engine, big mess will be coming.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've had that happen to me before, but fortunately, I did not cause a big wreck. I actually got out of line. I was not paying attention to my temps, and I actually lost some money then. So hopefully none of these guys do that, because that will end up in a big wreck.
Wasn't that just 2 days ago too, Casey?
It was actually probably a week ago, not 2 days ago, but I probably did wet a couple of days ago, because I always do.
I was thinking about the one that me and you ran the other night. With Dega Pros.
I don't remember. Usually I've done a lot of them. Probably not, though, but you just seen Christian Martinez back off a little bit. Like he was trying to save some temps. I'm inside his cockpit right now. If y'all want to ride on board, looking at his temps right now, looking pretty clean now.
Who are you on board with?
Christian Martinez, the number 1 truck.
Asking you shall receive. Yeah, his temperatures are almost 200 right now. Let's compare that to Kenneth McCullough Jr., who's leading the race right now. His temperatures are also a little under 220, a little under 220, while Christian Martinez is just about the same as well. Is that what you're seeing as well?
Yep. I'm looking at the same thing.
As far back as John Ward, they're all about the same, it looks like.
Christian was just saving, though, but I bet you whenever he gets into a little bit of a tandem, it will definitely start going up a little bit. Maybe even gotten in the red before.
You see how it's all changing? Casey, you call again for a moment. I gotta make a quick phone call.
Alright, there goes Kylo Wynn dropping down. Had his help from Matt Lee, but he just dropped down. Maybe because Matt was getting hot. Maybe they're talking to each other. I don't know. But yeah, he just dropped down in front of Kenny again. So now Kenny's going to be pushing him all the way out front. Here comes Matt back on to get the side draft from Kenny with Mark Rondell to help him. Further back in the pack, we got Hyper Motorsports right here in a little bit of a gaggle. John pushing Hobart. Danny pushing Sizemore. Further back in the pack, we got Trey Wilson, William H. Scott, a bunch of people that are just probably back here trying to save some fuel, not getting involved in a wreck, but they're not looking too racy just yet. But I would agree. I don't think we need to be going 3 wide this early, but I'm liking how clean the racing has been right now.
Indeed there, Casey, as we are under 25 laps to go. This is a short race tonight, only 80 miles. As the next race is the $20 entry, 50 laps, which is 133 miles. In the Xfinity car.
Whoa, Landon Bellicky just got really sideways there. It looks like some actually racing now going on. As soon as I said that, Landon looked like he jumped up right in front of Matt.
Yeah, now
Christian
they will be
Martinez tried to
racing,
jump up.
and they will be racing here too, as this is a shorter race. As you're now at 23 laps to go. Question is, when will they go 3 wide, Casey?
Right now, it looks John Wood trying to make that outside lane work, going away from his teammate, but don't think he had any help. We just went 3 wide for a little bit, but I think the line's going to start probably right before pit stops or
Now?
maybe in the
Nope.
right now or the next few laps, probably. Looks like it.
What are you hearing about pit stops, Casey, on the race radio? As it looks like they're going through, but taking it 3 wide.
Oh, Christian Martinez very loose right there. Sorry about that, Michael. Steve Sizemore also went on the apron. That just killed the inside of line's momentum.
It
I
also
don't
looks
hear
like it
any-
killed the
much
outside
about the
line too,
fuel.
Casey.
Yeah, Jonathan Hobart dropping back. Oh, so does,
what about
Landon
50?
Velke.
What about
62. Yeah, blocks Matt. I think Matt actually kind of let him in. Looks like maybe.
3 wide.
Oh yeah, they are going 3. Hyper Motorsports teammates up there. Let's see if looks like Danny Bowen and Steve Sizemore won't be able to get back up there. Another thing I've seen is I see about 1 Toyota in this whole race, mostly Fords and Chevys. I know Michael, you love talking about the manufacturers. Yeah, I don't see only 1 Toyota, Matt Lee. So maybe that'll play a role, or maybe it's just teammates. And the third line is really working now.
Well, like I know what's at BBR except for you, Casey. We're all Chevys. I think all the guys at Hyper are also Chevys too.
Yep.
Yes, when it comes down to it, you wanna have friends. When it comes to the pit stop, you wanna have friends. But as soon as that says 5 to go, no friends. Every man for them. You still wanna have friends, but as soon as you take that white flag, it's every man for themselves. Once that white flag is out.
I would say so, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't wreck nobody. I would just try to win it, especially for some money here.
Yeah, you're not gonna want to wreck somebody unless your name is Bubba Wallace or Ross Chastain. I know those two will wreck people for money. I forgot, Bubba Wallace always wrecks himself. You take Talladega 2023 Spring Talladega race. When Bubba Wallace and Blaney got into it in turn 1 on the last lap, which put Kyle Busch in victory lane, which I was happy about.
Very very right there. I could say some of that about some drivers on iRacing actually, but I don't really want to be that biased. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Say some names. I might know who some of those guys you're talking about.
Nah, I'm just gonna keep it to myself right now. They ain't in this race. I'll let you know that.
And I think I might have had some money with those people too. I'll let you know if I had.
Mark Rondell looking like maybe he's hot. I think Mark Rondell is pretty hot. Been pushing the 03.
Let's
Now he's
take a
gonna
look.
take it 3.
You said Mark Vondell?
Yep.
Let's see what Mark Vondell's temperatures are.
He just dropped to the back though, so his temperatures are probably gonna be a little bit
No, they're
lower
not hot
now.
at all. Looks like he just wanted to get out of that. Because it looks like they're about to
Maybe.
wreck, so he's like, oh, yep, I have enough, I'm done.
But he did kill the outside lane's momentum. Kenneth McCullough Jr. Getting pushed by David Flanagan right now. They dropped way to the back because the pusher on the outside line just dropped back. But here they come back. They got the side draft off the leader. They are right back in this thing.
Indeed they are. You can tell the onboard of our Chevy onboard is way different than our Toyota onboard of Matthew. No, it's about the same for our Toyota onboard of Matthew Lee, as I used to be a Toyota driver, so that's why it's set up like that, the way it is. But our Ford onboard is way different, as number 1, I don't drive a Ford. Number 2, I don't ever plan on driving a Ford. And number 3, Ford means found on road dead. Or found on race dead.
I could really agree with you right there, but I do happen to say I've drove Fords on this game before, but I usually lose when I'm driving them, so I don't think I'll ever do that again.
And Fords have a hard time starting on cold track. Having a cold engine and starting a race. You see them having issues on starts of races.
Oh yeah.
Coming down to 18 laps to go, Casey. When do you think we should crank it up?
Let's do lap 15. How about that?
In 3 laps, we will crank it up, race fans. So don't go anywhere, as it will be time for Crank It Up. And Crank It Up is presented by W Energy, the greatest energy drink around. W.GG code VBR24 at checkout, 10% off your order.
Here comes Kyle Wynn up to the top. Whoa, Christian Money.
They're getting dicey. They're getting dicey. Sign it up
They are
there,
getting
Casey.
dicey.
As we're inching everywhere, as we're inching closer, as we're getting down to the wire, we're getting down to rush hour.
Oh yeah. Fixing to crank it up here.
It looks like we'll be seeing some green flag pit stops here shortly too, Casey. What are you hearing on that on the radios?
Not a lot about it yet, but I doubt they won't start talking about it in a little bit. I think I did hear somebody, maybe 59, or I think it was Mark Rondell, might have been someone else talking about it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and crank it up now because we don't know when the pit stops are going to happen and we want to provide you coverage of the pit stop. So, let's
Crank it up.
Presented by W Energy.
Welcome back from Crank It Up, y'all. We just had a crash getting on the pit road. I don't think the broadcast got it because we were under Crank It Up. A couple of cars actually wrecked going on the pit road. Looks like the 33, the 59, the 5, and the 1 all spun out coming on the pit road. That's really going to mess up this whole group as the second group is on pit road right now. Couple cars, let's see if they get on the box smoothly. Maybe everyone had to brake by set all the way back or something.
Indeed there, but here's another look at it here on our pit cameras to see what happened.
It was they're wrecking again here. It was the first pit stop, the first group of cars. Hyper Motorsports.
Are they under caution?
No, Matt Lee and Kyler Wynn, one of the fastest cars today. Spun out getting off of pit road, but no yellow, only 2 trucks.
Indeed there, and for some reason, guys, our Crank It Up ticker is having an issue. I'll have to have a look at that. Let's see if that still works. That's good news. That still works. I just gotta fix it on our Crank It Up for some reason. But let's move it on to another channel and test it there.
If you can look at the packs right now, I don't even know which one you're on, but there is not even a single pack on this racetrack right now that is more than 3 cards.
Indeed
That is
there. Right now, I'm
pretty
looking
crazy.
at our race leader with Landon Velicki and Dylan Basin. They're out front. Let's go and pull up our track map here so we can see where everybody is. Oh yeah, I see it now. They're all split up.
Every single one of them, because a lot of crashes happen on pit road, and looks like in the second group of the pit stops, they all got messed up or something because it is just so spread out. Dang.
True there. It looks like coming down to 10 laps ago, Dylan Basin, Landon Velicki, your top 2. It looks like we have another lap guy, Herbert of John Herbert now. In the mix as he goes low, he stays low. Herbert a lap down, he's not going to contend. Herbert off pace, Herbert falls into line. 3-car lead pack.
David Flanagan pushing Christian Martinez. Christian is a lapper. He got wrecked coming on the pit road in the first group, so he had a penalty. So that's why he is a lap down. I thought he was on the lead lap.
We also have Herbert too a lap down now too, as he's pushing the lead lap guy. The leaders Dylan Basin and Velicki.
I think David Flanagan and Christian Martinez are going to catch their draft if they can keep pushing, but I think David's got some high temps here. I'm looking at his temps right now.
Actually, we have John Wardwood in second. Actually,
Oh, really? Is he lap down also?
no, John Ward's in second and fourth. My bad. We have John Wardwood in fourth. Coming down to 8 laps to go. A caution's gonna really shake this thing up. What would you say?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Look, we got a 5-car pack now. Christian Martinez has called their draft 5-car lead pack. And then the second pack has got 4 trucks, and they were pushing like crazy, pushing the pusher. Danny Bonds is pushing the heck out of his teammate, then Kent McCullough is pushing the pusher right there. Oh, and then there they go! John Wood just got turned! Saves it, what a save. Back in the second group, that's really gonna hurt them.
They did. Let's
What
go
a
take
save.
one look at it. Let's go take
Danny
another look at
Bonds.
it and see what happened. Here it is in slow motion. John Wood does get turned. And that's why I don't bump in the corners, kids. Take it from here, kids. Do not push the pusher and do not bump in the corners. Because that is what can happen. If that was double file and that happened on the top side, that would spell trouble. Wouldn't you say so?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Good save
look
by
at
there,
our
John.
lead pack now. We have our whole top 5 in that whole lead pack now. Things are getting interesting as we're coming down to 7 laps to go. Remember, the only person, Herbert, that's in that pack right now does not count. As it is, everybody, all of our top 4 up front. Herbert pushing them. They're all single file. Coming down to 7 laps to go. About to be 6 laps to go next time by. Which means it's getting dicey. It's getting real. Who's gonna make the move? Who's gonna bump and who's gonna pull the bump and run? What's gonna happen? Who's gonna take on the checkered? We'll find out in 7 laps. What's your thoughts, Casey, on who you think might win this thing?
I don't know. One of the in the lead draft, probably Velicki. I would like to be sitting in his spot because he can just make the move right there at the end. Get it. Christian Martinez is a lap down, so he can't even fight for it.
But the thing is, though, when Velicki does try to make that move for the lead, who will go with them? Or will nobody go? But remember, though, once that white flag is in the air, we will have Dylan Basin blocking the out of people, trying to keep the lead. And that's what can also cause a massive wreck too. I take it Michael McDowell at the Dakar 500 this year. What happened? As he was coming to the checkered flag.
Yeah, he tried to block twice, and you can do it. You can try once, but don't try twice. You're gonna get wrecked, and he got wrecked.
Shame on. I block you once. Shame on you. I block you twice. Shame on me.
Danny Bond's pushing John Wood now in that second group. He's still pushing him. I wouldn't want him still pushing me after what he did last time if I was John. But honestly, I think it was a little bit of Kenny's fault too. He was pushing the pusher, but there's no issue to go back together now. Maybe they can try to catch this lead pack again.
5 laps to go here at Talladega.
Don't think they'll have enough laps, because obviously it's 4 laps to go here, or 5.
All depends on how many cars are in that tandem draft with them, if they can catch them or not. I don't think they will, because our whole top 4 are all single file tandem draft. We got some more lap traffic in the way now too. Now it looks like that's Wilson. Jerry Wilson.
I don't know, they got a third group actually, but most of these people most of them are about to go a lap down. Look, I can't speak.
As you can tell by looking at your track map, how separated everybody is. Matthew Lee looks like he's having some issues as he's still sitting in the pits here. That's gonna be a fun top. What do you think?
Oh yeah, he seemed pretty angry on the race radio. I think he got spun out coming out of the pits and just parked it honestly out of anger.
Let's try to see if we can get a word with him.
Oh, calling pit road. Looks like the 82 of Kyle Lynn. He's just drifting all the way through pit road.
Like he might have been having an issue.
I don't know. He's got a little bit of left rear damage, but that was from the incident.
Let's take a look and see what happened.
With Matt Lee.
Did you go
now he's just parking it.
Shopper cam. It's like no issues. It's like he had to go do something. Then he locked up his tires, and then he almost loses it.
Oh man, this is not going to be the type of finish I was hoping for. Oh, look, moves being made. David Flanagan to the outside of Christian Martinez. Well, will Jonathan Hobart go for the lead? Wayne Velke jumps up.
Velke
no
to
help.
The lead.
No help with that 8 truck or the 71 actually. Dylan Basin. Oh, now there's help.
71 on the one made contact. 71 almost won. 71 saves it. Velke, new race leader.
Oh, they drop back down. Jonathan Hobart with no help on that outside retaining wall. Oh,
but as long as he has a side draft, he should be good.
Here comes the 8.
Here comes the 71 of Basin. And the 1. Trying to reclaim the lead. They have no help at the bottom.
Coming to 2 laps to go. Will they wreck? Will there be a yellow? I didn't want the race to end this way.
We'll find out. We are coming to the white flag. Velke. 3.5 miles away from a victory. No man. No friends now.
I actually think it's I actually think it's 2 to go this time.
Actually no.
Is it?
White flag in the air, sponsored by Derby Energy. Velke, 2 miles, 2.66 miles left. But we can't count out Basin or Flanagan yet either. We also can't count out anybody in this lead pack here. One person that's not in contention here is John Herbert. Everybody in this lead pack here is you're on the money tonight. And Basin to the lead.
Yeah, it is. Christian Martinez is also a lap down, so it's only 3 trucks up here.
Indeed there. Who's it gonna be? Velke, Basin, Flanagan, and the 4.
Here they come, off the trunk.
Velke in the lead. Who's it gonna be?
It's gonna be close with the side draft. 71. Oh no, it's just too good of a push.
Velke.
Landon Velke's gonna win it. Landon Veliky wins with help from David Flanagan. Good pushing there. Good pushing.
Veliky wins it at the line.
Here comes
Incredible.
the battle for the top 5. Looks like John Wood and Danny Barnes and the second pack will get in the payout. Some good pushing there by David Flanagan, and it was the white flag. I was wrong, Michael.
Indeed there. We have your top 3. Why don't we go ahead and go talk it out with Danny Barnes, who just barely made it into the money.
Oh yeah.
Danny Barnes, Michael and the boys in the booth, you got a copy.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a race win, but congratulations, you just barely made the money. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'll take it. My thoughts are I'll take it. I thought we was going to have a good race between us and Kenny and Vondell, but something happened back there. I haven't went back and looked at it yet, but it was a good time.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Looks like Mark just got a bad push from Kenny. They were going to try to go around you.
Yeah, they were going to try. We were just talking to them inside the game. And they were trying to get a big run on us. There wouldn't have been nothing we could do to stop them.
Indeed there. Anyway, Danny, any final thoughts? Any sponsors you'd like to shout out?
Just Hyper Motorsports. Appreciate everything John Ward does for me.
Indeed there. Danny Barnes, your 5th place finisher tonight.
Thanks, guys.
Who should we
Let's go
talk
ahead
to
and
next,
talk it over with
Michael?
our 4th place finisher, John Ward. John Ward, Michael and the boys in the booth, you got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
Anyway, Casey, you got any questions for him?
One thing, you think, I seen that Kenny and Mark Vondell, the teammates, were trying to get around the 2 Hyper Motorsports trucks. You think they did actually end up almost wrecking each other, and that's what caused y'all to get out front? Do you think you would have blocked to try to prevent them from coming outside? Because they were trying.
Yeah, that was a good question, Casey. At the end, I was with Danny as my teammate, and basically just make a good pit stop, and you can get up in the front with this one. But our plan was I told Danny we was going to stay on the bottom. There wasn't much we can do. Like if he were to block, they would probably just push him clear and jump ahead of him. So I just told him, are we going to try to stay on the bottom? And I told him they're going to have a big run coming, and we were going to try to get one of those money spots. And I seen back there, I guess Kenny ended up turning Mark or got him loose, and then he slid down the track. And I was like, shoot, we're going to get both of these spots. So it kind of worked out for us there.
Indeed there, John.
Yeah.
Well, before when this race started, what were your thoughts on how this thing might finish out tonight?
I didn't really know. I know it was kind of a smaller field, so I knew the racing would be pretty good, and I knew it was a one-stop race, and you can get in and out of pit road pretty clean, and it would be pretty easy. Not pretty easy, but he had a good chance to finish in the money if he can do those things right. And I ended up doing those right.
Indeed there, John. Gotta give you shout-outs, man.
You got it. Shout out to Hyper, you guys, BBR, for broadcasting. Casey up here. I know I didn't watch it yet, but I know he did probably a good job, and that was fun. That was real good.
Indeed there, John. Anyway, John, congratulations on your 3rd place finish. About that brief mute, I had to get a quick mute in. Anyway, Casey, what do you think? Your thoughts on this race while you wait for the top 3 to climb out of their cars? Let's take a quick look at your race results while we wait.
Pretty fun. I didn't like the fact that the whole field got split up. It was actually really good beginning of the race. No yellows, I don't think actually. Yeah, no yellows, which is pretty shocking given the fact that a lot of people was wrecking going on and off of pit road. I wish we could have had a little bit more cars in the lead packs, but watching that battle in the second pack was pretty fun, and the battle for the lead. Overall pretty fun. I think the beginning was a lot better than the end. Glad to see no yellows. That's actually pretty good, other than the fact that it caused all the field to be separated. But I'm really happy with no yellows and a good clean finish, no wrecking.
Indeed there. Anyway, here is your final results. Your winner, your race winner, your champagne confetti shower tonight will be Landon Velke, David Felligan, and Dylan Basin rounding out your podium. John Ward, Danny Bond rounding out your top 5 and the money. Rounding out your top 10 will be Kenneth McCullough, Steve Sizemore, Michael Clay, William Scott Jr., and Terry Wilson. Rest of you finishes are on screen.
Then Jonathan Hobo, Christian Martinez, Mark Vardell, Kyle Wynn, and Matt Lee, all multiple or
And
one or
here he
multiple
is.
laps down.
Climbing out of the car, your race winner, Landon Velke. Landon Velke, Michael and the boys in the booth, you got a copy.
I do. How y'all doing?
We're doing good up here. How you feeling after just climbing out of that car after that amazing burnout you just put on?
Pretty good. To be honest with you, I did not know y'all were broadcasting this race, and I would have been in here sooner. So I'm sorry about that. But yeah, that was a weird kind of race. The pit stops really screwed everybody up, and me and Dylan Basin pulled away, and then I had my old teammate David Flanagan pushed me to it right there. I saw him coming. I knew it was just us three. We were pulling away from that last pack, and we just managed to get it done. I'm glad David stuck with me. That was really nice.
Are you chasing any questions for him?
Towards the beginning of after the pit stops, were you worried about the second pack catching you? Because they were pretty formatted and doing good until they messed up. Danny kind of got John there a little bit loose. Were you worried about them catching y'all and having like block or whatnot?
Absolutely. I knew usually two cars together, especially in the trucks, you can't really all you can really do is kind of air push. You can't really connect that well, and knowing there was a pack of them behind us, not just lead lap guys but also lap cars kind of in the mix, I thought me and Dylan were toast. But no, we actually I don't know what was going on with that. They definitely should have caught us, but me and Dylan pulled away from them.
Yeah, they had a mess up. John and Danny got together. They got pretty loose. Probably lost at least 3.5 seconds.
I got you. That makes more sense. Okay. So yeah, all right. That I kept looking at the relative, standings or whatever, and they were just kept dropping. But that makes sense. So I don't know. I'm just happy that for once it went right, and they didn't catch us, and got the dub.
Eddie there, Landon, you were just a few positions shy. You were the race winner, but Dylan Basin was tied with John Ward for the biggest move of the race. What were your final thoughts here if this thing had a caution in it?
It would have turned into a wreck fest probably, because we still had Kyler was still there, and him and Kenny had been beefing a good bit. We had a few guys. They always do. When there's a late caution, it turns into a wreck fest 99% of the time in these races, and we just luckily did not have to deal with that. I lost my teammate Matt Lee, and one of those pit stops, something happened to him, so I was kind of just by myself. That kind of surprised me when David actually helped me to the win. I was, like I said, very appreciative of that. Just glad there wasn't a caution. It's kind of nice to have a fully green flag race for once.
Indeed, do. Michael, you got anything else for him?
Landon, congratulations on your finish. Give you shout outs, man.
David Flanagan for actually helping me there, pushed me to the win. Nightmare Esports, me and Matt Lee. We it was just us in there, Lone Rangers, and that one at least. Happy to we finished first and last, so I guess we bookended the field. That's kind of interesting, but Nightmare, y'all for broadcasting, Kenny McCullough for the host as always, and I guess that's about it.
Okay, congratulations on your victory. You might want to get down to victory lane before these officials start yelling at you. Then Velke, your race winner.
Appreciate y'all.
Looks like
Who should we
we're
pull
not getting
next?
anybody else. Let's go and give it a hello to Terry Wilson, why don't we? You
might as well.
broadcast. Your interview. Terry Wilson, the boys in the booth, you got a copy.
Let's see, somebody just jumped in there. I see Casey
Terry
Yeah.
Wilson, the boys in the booth, got a copy. Terry Wilson, Michael and the boys in the VBR booth, you got a copy. I guess he doesn't get us. So, Casey, what's your final thoughts here before we send everyone home?
Not a lot other than good job to Landon Velicky for the win. Wish we could have pulled in David or Dylan for the interviews, but got so late into the broadcast, probably didn't even realize we were broadcasting it. But yeah, thank you Michael for helping me with the broadcast. Thank y'all on YouTube, if however many people are in here still, for watching. Yeah, I'll let you, Michael, lead it off.
You pretty much had it there. We want to say one big huge shout out to McCullough Motorsports, who allows us to broadcast almost every single night. I'm Michael Bollinger, alongside Casey Sprinkle. We'd like to say good night from Talladega, and good night here from the VBR. And thank you one more time to WNG Code VBR24. Check out 10% off the order. And all these amazing drivers coming out tonight, putting on a show, keeping this thing green. And then Michael Bollinger, Casey Sprinkle saying good night from Talladega, and we'll see you guys next time when the green flag flies here at Talladega or wherever we go next time on the VBR. And I'm Michael Bollinger, Casey Sprinkle. Good night, everybody.